Hey guys, Ite17 here on a special Saturday night. It's Saturday night. What am I doing? I'm cooking for you. So, not much to do these days, nowhere to go, nothing to do. And I thought I would treat myself. Instead of ordering in or going out to a restaurant or something. I'm really lazy. I had a long week this week, really tired. It's like 7 p.m. on Saturday night. I worked today. I had doctor's appointment today. I had things to do. So I've been up all day and it's not going to be a late night for me tonight. I wanted to go out, but kind of pushed things off because I'm just tired. So I didn't know I was going to be tired today, but yesterday I wanted to treat myself. I thought I was going to do this tomorrow, but I'm going to do it tonight. I'm going to cook a steak for me, and I bought myself a really beautiful steak. So let's take a look at that. We're going to cook it up today, and you're going to be there with me. So let's take a look at this beautiful pieces. Let's take a look. Let's see if we can get this over here while the cats are causing trouble. Got my little gin tonic. Gonna enjoy that. So this is a ribeye. It's Korean beef, and this cost me 30,000 won at the butcher. So beautiful piece of marbling. It is room temperature. So the first thing you got to do, or what I do, is season it. So what do we got? We got some garlic, salt, pepper, crushed pepper, and I do have this Creole seasoning. Don't know if I'm going to use it, but I'm going to have it there. So first thing, gotta get the salt going. Do I have salt in here? Yeah. All right. And really well with the salt. Both sides. It's just falling apart. There we go. Gotta put more salt in there. Then, pepper. I like a lot of pepper on my steak. And other side. So, well seasoned. One of the things that a lot of people make a mistake of doing is not seasoning their meat, not seasoning it well. Cheers. Or seasoning it after they've cooked it. The only thing you should season after cooking is eggs. Everything else you gotta season before you cook it. So, how we're gonna cook this? So we are gonna cook this on pan. Get the pan nice and hot. Okay. I am going to cook some mushrooms with this as well. So might as well start cutting those mushrooms. Let's get that up there. There we go. So we can see all of that. I wasn't planning on making a video about this, but I figured why not, I'm here Saturday night. Join me, won't you? A little bit of garlic. Okay, some people like putting ginger. No, garlic. Wow, this is looking good. All right, so again, the other thing is that people forget to do is bring their meat to room temperature. Your meat has to be at room temperature. Okay? Get your pan nice and hot. I use olive oil. Nice and hot pan. Generous portion of oil. And prepare some butter. All right? Get the pan and the oil nice and hot. Get the pan hot first, then put the oil in. Don't let the oil, don't put the oil in a cold pan. Put the oil in a hot pan. So you don't want the oil to burn. Then, when the oil gets a little bit hot, it's about medium heat. Medium heat. I got a gas, so not full, about medium. Right? Get that nice and hot. So I'm just gonna cut up some mushrooms, just regular, I think they're called portobello mushrooms, and I don't like onions on my steak. I'm call me weird. Call me weird. I don't like onions on my steak. So I'm just gonna cut up some mushrooms, and I'm gonna put those in the at like 3/4 of the way through the cooking process so that they can soak up the meat flavor. Put that steak, there you go. If you hear that sound, your pan is at the perfect temperature. So let that sit. Now the other thing is you have to flip it. Some people say flip it once. Some people say flip it every minute. I'm about halfway through. I will say flip it 2 minutes in. Then flip it again if it needs it. So, am I doing anything else? Any potatoes, any starch, any vegetables? Not today. Today is my cheat day, per se. And I don't really want. I only want to taste the meat, and a good piece of meat that is. I could smell it from here. Oh, it smells great. So I hope everyone's doing well these days, enjoying. The warmer weather is coming, staying safe. All right. And let's flip that steak. There we go. Oh, that's looking good. Look at that. Good. Nice and crispy. So the next thing you got to do is you got to add a little bit of butter. Add that in there. And reduce the heat. So because this is a thinner piece of meat, actually I don't know the name of it, I'm gonna call it, it's probably a flank steak, because it's a little thinner. There was a T-bone, a Korean T-bone. I kid you not, it was this thick. It was 89,000 won. It's about 80 bucks. I'm not that hungry, but it was beautiful. So the trick at the ending process here is you gotta get that butter in there. So I'm gonna let that cook a little bit more. Had to reset the music. And another quick cheers to you all. I'm in a really good mood this week because I'm adding the mushrooms now. So this is going to cook in the juices. It's going to soak up the juices of that meat flavor. So it's going to really, really taste good. And once I take the meat out, while the meat is resting, the mushrooms are gonna cook. So anyway, I got some really good news. Health-wise, blood pressure's down. I was being treated for slightly elevated blood pressure, a few problems with my liver and kidneys, nothing serious, but went to the doctor today and reviewed the results from blood tests that I'm taking blood tests now like every month, just to track where everything is and how things are going, and it's going great. So got a new job, which I started today, went really well, pays a lot of money, I'm really happy about it. So it's just, you know, things are going great. I'm living life, as they say. So hopefully you can hear that cooking really well. Oh, it's cooking perfectly. Smells great. All right, so I'm gonna let this rest. And I'm gonna cook this up in the juices, in that, you know, all that meat sauce or meat oil or the fat, right? So as you can see, the mushrooms are taking on that dark flavor of the meat. Let's see if we can get that in the picture. Sorry. Okay, I'll show you better once it's finished cooking. So I'm gonna turn up the heat a little bit, get that hot. So I really hope everyone's enjoying my videos. I get a lot of positive comments from those who are watching. I'm really appreciative. I'm just a guy living my life and just enjoying. So, you know, we're living in hard times these days. Things are not going well for a lot of people, and I'm so thankful for the life I have right now. I'm not out of a job. I'm not using my savings. I'm actually saving a lot. Check back on my videos, my previous videos on my retirement plan. I'm going to probably stop my COVID updates because it's been a year and nothing has really changed. I'll probably be going to like monthly updates on how the vaccine process is going. So I'll probably be getting back into making, you know, my regular weekly videos on living in Korea. Because it is becoming summer again, so I can go out and do things. Look at the color of that. Oh, let's get a nice color of that. So, another thing that people forget to do is, let's see if we can get a nice view of that. Sorry. Look at that. And what people forget to do is let their meat rest. Okay? You have to let your meat rest. It's gotta sit for 5-10 minutes. All right? Look at that. That just smells so good. Hope you can hear that. Oh, it's amazing. So, let's get you back here. Yeah, people forget to, or don't let their meat rest long enough. You want that, and as you can see, there's really not a lot of blood on that. There's a little bit of juice, as you can see on there. There's a little bit of juice there. You want that juice coming out because you want it going back into the meat. All right? So these are done. Okay? So I'm going to let these rest as well. And I'm going to prepare another drink. Okay, so I got the plate. Let's get that. So, I'm not going to take the oil from the pan, so just gonna let the oil drain, right? That's butter and oil from the meat. So I'm just gonna let that sit on top. And look at the color of that. Oh, smells so good. I like my mushrooms just bordering the crispy side, right? Just on the verge of being crispy. So let's take a look. Oh, it smells so good. I don't use sauces or condiments or anything like that. And look at that, just medium well. It's not very thick. It's not very thick, but really nicely done, not well done. Oh my goodness. That is just melting in my mouth. I can't believe how just, oh wow. For a thin steak, for a thin piece of meat, it is extraordinarily moist and it's melting in my mouth. I'm very happy with this purchase. I'm gonna enjoy this. So I wanna thank everybody. That was 15 minutes of cooking and eat till I'm eating, all right? Ito Sammy, living the COVID life. I'm out.